Urgent, G-Men fan, look at what just happened. Nobody saw this coming, huh? But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we bring you daily videos with the latest Big Blue news, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. ESPN analyst says Giants are best fit for polarizing Alabama quarterback. The New York Giants made big changes to their quarterback room by adding Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston in free agency, but they could still be in the mix for a top quarterback. In the upcoming 2025 NFL Draft, Giants could target Jalen Milroe in the draft. They hold the third overall pick in the draft, meaning that Colorado QB Shedeur Sanders could be available for them to take. However, they could also go after a different quarterback in a later round and use their first rounder on someone such as Colorado CBWR Travis Hunter or Penn State edge Abdul Carter. ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky thinks that the Giants should take the latter route. He said on Tuesday's episode of NFL Live that Alabama QB Jalen Milroe would be the best fit in New York with their current situation. If I could handpick one team for Jalen Milroe, it would be the New York Giants, Orlovsky said. This would be the perfect place for both the player and the organization. Milroe enters the draft as a potential early second round or late first round selection. Last season with Alabama, he threw 2,144 passing yards, 16 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions, but he also added 20 touchdowns rushing. In 2023, he finished 6th in Heisman Trophy voting with 23 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions, and 12 rushing touchdowns. Milroe could be under good mentorship from Wilson and Winston. If Milroe were to be selected by New York, he would spend his first pro season learning from the ranks of Wilson and Winston. Wilson is a former Super Bowl champion with the Seattle Seahawks, and Winston is a former #1 overall pick back in 2015. The two could provide valuable mentorship to Milroe. The Giants needed a new look at quarterback after the disaster of a year that the group of Daniel Jones, Drew Lock, and Tommy DeVito gave them in 2024, and there was a lot of speculation that their next starting quarterback would be a rookie. Now, Wilson seems poised to become the starter after signing a one-year deal with them, but that doesn't mean they can't draft a quarterback to develop. Milroe could gain valuable skills by being mentored by a former Super Bowl champion such as Wilson, which could help him grow his game and potentially become a viable quarterback option in the Giants system. Ultimately, their draft plans will continuously change as they meet individually with several targets, but Milroe could be a strong candidate in the later rounds for them. Pausing this news just to say that if you want YouTube to keep recommending the latest Big Blue news to you, it's very important that you leave a like on this video. Thanks. Now let's get back to the news. Giants land Wilson in surprise 21M quarterback move Russell. Wilson signed a one-year contract worth up to $21 million on Monday, reversing the New York Giants quarterback situation. The contract includes $5 million in guaranteed money for the veteran signal caller who hopes to restart his career in the Big Apple. The move comes as sports fans across the country monitor free agency developments on a variety of platforms. Many Giants fans are using betting apps to predict how Wilson will affect the team's prospects next season. These platforms provide a variety of bonuses, extensive betting markets, and user-friendly features for sports fans who want to do more than just watch the game. Money matters. The Giants built Wilson's contract around performance. His base salary of $5 million is guaranteed, but the remaining $5 million is contingent on achieving specific goals. Wilson can increase his income by meeting playing time requirements, hitting statistical goals, and contributing to the team's victories. This pay structure reduces the Giants' financial risk while also providing Wilson with strong motivation to perform at his best. The one-year commitment also allows both parties to explore various options before making any long-term decisions. What Russell Wilson brings the quarterback, 36, comes to New York with a ton of NFL experience under his belt. He still has gas in the tank, as evidenced by his performance for Pittsburgh last season. Wilson went 65 as a starter, despite missing 5 weeks due to a calf injury. He threw for 2,482 yards, completed 63, 7 of his passes, and had 16 touchdowns to just 5 interceptions. Wilson made his name in Seattle for 10 seasons, winning a Super Bowl and appearing in multiple Pro Bowls. His brief stay in Denver, which came before his time in Pittsburgh, exposed him to various systems and teams. The Giants will benefit from Wilson's big-time experience and leadership abilities. His capacity to handle high-pressure situations could benefit a team looking to reclaim playoff relevance. Crowded quarterback room. Wilson comes after another quarterback was signed a few days prior. Jameis Winston signed a 2-year, $8 million contract. These moves indicate a complete overhaul of the Giants' quarterback depth chart. The plot thickens as New York holds the 3rd overall pick in the upcoming NFL draft. Many football insiders believe they will select a quarterback, potentially resulting in a 3-deep roster. This strategy provides the Giants with several potential paths forward. Wilson may start, Winston may insist on playing time, or a rookie may pick up tips from both seasoned players. Whatever happens, the quarterback position appears to be very different from last season. Daboll digs into Wilson's game. Brian Daboll, the team's head coach, is not sitting idle following the signing. He reportedly examined over 7,500 Wilson pass plays to learn what drives the quarterback. This homework is intended to tailor the Giants' offense around Wilson's strengths, specifically his deep ball accuracy and scrambling ability. Daboll intends to revive an offense that faltered the previous season by modifying the playbook to suit Russell Wilson's style. The combination of Daboll's offensive mind and Wilson's playmaking ability could create an intriguing dynamic if the coach adjusts his system to capitalize on the quarterback's abilities. Smart spending? Some football analysts asked why the Giants signed both Wilson and Winston. The front office seems to think that competition at quarterback improves everyone's performance. This strategy also provides insurance against injuries and adds flexibility to their quarterback development plan. Wilson could hasten the development of a rookie quarterback if the Giants select a young player in the draft. The fact that the team still has funds to address other roster positions through the draft and free agency suggests that they are pursuing a balanced approach to team building rather than focusing solely on the quarterback position. What it means: expectations for the Giants' upcoming season are raised by Wilson's arrival. When paired with the roster's current talent, his successful history could make New York an unexpected NFC East contender. This stop gives Wilson the opportunity to prove his worth. As an NFL starter, a strong season might boost his career prospects and lead to a longer stay in New York. Giants fans have something new to talk about as they look forward to seeing a Super Bowl champion quarterback under center when football returns in September. This signing is one of the most significant free agent moves in recent franchise history, demonstrating the team's desire to win now rather than rebuild gradually. Wins and losses will determine how well the Wilson era in New York goes, but it clearly represents a change in the Giants' strategy for resolving their quarterback dilemma by bringing in experienced players while maintaining flexibility for future options. Giants aren't done adding QBs according to Mel Kiper's new NFL mock draft. Not 1, not 2, not 3. For the better part of 3 years, it's been obvious that the Giants' next franchise QB isn't on the roster. Daniel Jones wasn't it, and Tommy DeVito certainly wasn't it, which tended to be a problem when those were the only 2 QBs on the roster. It explains why the Giants have been on the forefront of the free agent QB market. It's not a good place to be, but if you have to be there, you may as well lead the charge. Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston seems like the group you'd put together if you didn't particularly care about how many games you won this season, and it'd be hard to blame the Giants for going in that direction. But all hope's not lost. Yes, it is that dramatic. Mel Kiper is here to save the day, as he often does during these boring pre-draft weeks of nothingness. Kiper dropped a 2-round draft on Tuesday morning and in it called a Giants shot that fans will actually enjoy. It's weird. Jalen Milroe would be an awfully interesting second-round pick for the Giants pick. Jalen Milroe, QB, Alabama. After the Giants passed on Shadir Sanders in round 1, they could come back to the quarterbacks on day 2. There is some love for Milroe in NFL circles right now, and he could fit well in New York. He'd have the chance to learn behind Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston, developing his pre-snap reads and improving his short to intermediate accuracy. Milroe throws a great deep ball and can change a game with his legs. He ran for 20 scores in 2024. This quarterback class doesn't have the same talent as the classes in 2024 or even 2023 did, but there are some solid middle-tier options. According to ESPN research, it would be only the 7th time in the common draft era since 1967 that 5 or more passers went in the first 34 picks. Milroe's been one of the highest rising prospects in the past few weeks, so in that sense, it's nice to see the Giants still land him in the second round. Also, it's not like Wilson or Winston would stand in his way of starting week 1 if he earns the job in camp. This front office could use a couple wins, and taking a sneaky good QB prospect without having to trade up fits the bill. Has anyone asked Mel Kiper if he wants to run the Giants? And now, G-Men fan, I want to hear from you. What's your opinion on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't know if you know this, but your opinion matters a lot for Big Blue. I'll be back any moment with more Big Blue news. Jets, Jets, let's go Giants!